Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. In spite of computers dominating the sampling game, Roland/Boss SP machines have managed to stand their ground mainly for three reasons. Easy to understand, an immediate workflow, characterful sound and a reputation linked to a long list of famous artists. Today we are going to talk about the SP-404 MK2. This 2021 creative sampler and heir to the noble SP heritage not only needs to appeal to two generations of beatmakers socialized by FL Studio, but also comes with the interchangeable sonics of a modern groovebox and more obscure button combinations than Mortal Kombat 4. At the first glance, the MK2 is ticking all the humongous cartoon pocket calculator boxes. Fancy but unfortunately not fully circular display aside, this is still an SP at heart. Load a sample or record audio to one of the 160 slots, finger drum the hell out of one-shots, or trigger some loops, using, well, loop, 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 gate mode, put all this through the Lofi FX ringer. Profit. Quite similar to most of its predecessors, there's a sequencer with quantization, which comes in handy if you suck at drumming like I do. Generous pattern length, swing, and the TR mode added in a firmware update can't hide the fact that it is less refined than the ones on Elektron Gear or a new MPC. As is tradition, your creations can be resampled, and used as the foundation for further self-expression. That's the classic SP workflow in a nutshell, but Roland also threw in a bunch of additional features. 80s MPC functionality like fixed and 16 velocity, rolls, a chromatic mode, choke groups, and pad link. The aforementioned display not only offers plenty of menu diving, but also graphical waveform editing that gets laggy with longer files. There are useful chopping techniques, a simple envelope, and pitch speed parameters with fairly limited range. I have yet to find a way to get BPM sync to work properly. Skip back helps you to find out that the beat you just played without recording wasn't so rad after all. The sequencer boasts pattern chaining, motion recording, and basic tools for editing and organizing patterns. I will probably stay away from DJ mode. It goes without saying that Roland tried to implement their contribution to the sound of great artists like Madlib or J Dilla. The vinyl effect. Yes, it's there. I have no idea if it's authentic, but the 303 version sounds really nice. As we are talking about FX, they are the machine's strong suit. There are great sounding standard effects and plenty of creative stuff for DJ-like breaks and messing with the groove, and I appreciate the dedicated input FX. The underlying FX bus system can be confusing though. With 32 voices of polyphony, 16 gigs of internal memory and SD card support, the MK2 seems like an easily approachable centerpiece for sample-based music production, but there are a few limitations. File management is rudimentary, especially with a large number of samples on your SD card. The machine has an annoying tendency of telling you what you can't do, and even comparably simple procedures like pad mute require you to remember somewhat random button combinations. Buttons will blink if there's a function hidden beneath though. Please leave a comment if you managed to save effect settings with your patterns and/or record a sample while the sequencer is running. Pads are nice, connectivity is basic but functional, pricing is appropriate, and I definitely need a TMNT skin to to fill the void inside of me. Roland has taken the SP concept and added a few modern features. Does it still provide the traditional sound and workflow, and can it keep up with the competition? You have already heard the machine's vinyl and lo-fi effect in today's intro tune. Groovy. Time to load up some crusty old samples and push the FX section even further. No surprises here, the FX are crunchy and there are no musically relevant limitations to how many samples you can load into a project. When compared to the Digitakt or current MPC, the 404 doesn't exactly excel at being the centerpiece of a MIDI setup, and I was missing basic synthesis features. Let's add a distant cousin to the mix and work around the UI quirks with a few overdubs. These might be the second best pads I've ever played, but there's a lot of switching between operation modes. Today's episode is pushing the envelope when it comes to use of uncleared samples. I wanna know if we will provoke the anger of the algorithm gods. It would probably fail the car test, but mixing is overrated anyway. Leave a comment if you can name all the 90s sample CDs used in the following retro jungle mashup. SP samplers are dinosaurs that just don't want to die, and there's a reason for that. While other grooveboxes can be intimidating, classics like the 202 or 303 are limitations breed creativity in its purest form. The latest 404, on the other hand, is caught in limbo between the simplicity of its ancestors and having to compete with next-level machines of other manufacturers, and brilliantly fails at both. That being said, it is the most convenient way to incorporate a large pool of samples in live performances and computerless music production without being too reliant on the relentless grid of a sequencer. Is it a keeper for me? No, but that's a thing of personal preference. I would, however, buy a Boss Wazacraft vinyl pedal or maybe even an IRA Compact SP1. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.